The night Flight 907 went down, the rain hammered the highway like a million needles. For days, wreckage and bodies washed ashore along the coast as families mourned. But from the very beginning, one thing was clear. This was no accident. The flight's black box, the final audio recording, had been recovered. But something was wrong. A 17-second segment at the very end was completely corrupted. No audio, no data, as if someone had deliberately erased it. For National Transportation Investigator Elena Ward, this was a massive red flag. Because Flight 907 wasn't just any flight. Her fiancé Mark Hensley was on it, and he wasn't supposed to be. Elena was one of the top crash analysts in the country. Brilliant, meticulous. But this time, her hands shook as she examined the black box. The last clear audio was chilling. Captain Rourke shouted, "Engine 2 is gone," flame out trying to restart. Alarms blared, chaos erupted. But right before the data cut out, another voice was heard. A man's voice saying, "Tell her, I'm sorry." Then static. Elena froze when she heard it. It sounded just like Mark. But he was a software engineer, a passenger. He had no business being in the cockpit, unless something was terribly, terribly wrong. The manifest listed Mark in seat 22A. But when Elena checked the recovery logs, his body wasn't found. 23 passengers were still missing, likely lost to the sea. But Mark's absence felt intentional. Then she made another discovery. The man sitting next to Mark, in 22B, was a ghost. He had a fake passport, no family, and no traceable history. Elena dug deeper and uncovered his real identity. Anton Resnick, a courier for a dangerous underground syndicate. The same syndicate Mark had secretly been investigating for months. Mark had told Elena he was working overtime for a client. It was a lie. His final text to her was strange. "If anything happens, don't trust the official report." Elena knew something was being hidden. The black box had two separate recordings, one from the pilot's headsets and one from the cockpit microphone. Both had the same missing 17 seconds. This meant someone tampered with it before the crash. Using advanced spectral imaging, Elena found faint digital fingerprints. Someone had overwritten the final seconds using a specific brand of audio suppression tech, the kind used by intelligence agencies. Someone on that plane had the device. Someone wanted those last words buried forever. Elena tracked down the only surviving crew member, co-pilot Dana Sloan, who was in the ice. Leaning close, Elena asked, "Dana, what happened in the cockpit?" Dana's voice was a weak crackle. "He wasn't supposed to be there. He forced his way in." Elena whispered, "Who?" Dana's eyes filled with fear. "The man sitting next to Mark." The next day, Dana died from her injuries. But inside her locker, Elena found a hidden flash drive. The drive contained grainy footage from a cockpit surveillance camera, recorded minutes before the crash. Elena watched in horror. The footage showed Resnick, the ghost passenger, barging into the cockpit and holding a device to the black box panel. The captain tried to fight him, but Resnick triggered a system override. Then, Mark appeared in the doorway. He grabbed Resnick, wrestling the device away from him. He was trying to save the plane. In the struggle, Resnick stabbed him. As the plane lurched violently, Mark collapsed near the cockpit microphone and looked right at it. "Elena, I'm sorry. I tried." Then the recording cut out. But why would Resnick crash the plane? Putting the clues together, Elena realized Mark must have discovered something huge. Something worth killing everyone on board to hide. She accessed Mark's cloud backups and found an encrypted folder labeled Black Box Confession. Inside was a video of Mark. "If you're watching this," he said, "it means they found me. They are smuggling digital weapons code that can disable aircraft, hospitals, power grids. Resnick is carrying the prototype on his next flight. I'm going to stop him, even if I die doing it." Suddenly, Elena heard movement outside her apartment. The lights cut out. A voice behind her said, "You should have left it alone, Ms. Ward." Elena turned. It was Resnick. Scarred, but alive. He lunged, but Elena was ready. The fight was violent and desperate. Finally, Resnick slipped on the rain-soaked floor and fell backward through her open window, 3 stories down. The next morning, authorities launched a new investigation using Mark's video confession. A global trafficking ring for cyberweapons unraveled within weeks. Mark became a hero. And Elena, she finally got to hear his real last words, preserved on Dana's flash drive. Not static, not corrupted, just a whisper. Tell her I love her. The case was over, but the black box confession had changed the world forever.